What's going on, guys? In this video I'm going to go over the obvious panic mode thing for her Q4 Meta Andromeda, how to actually diversify your creatives and how to use variation to create intention in your iteration so that the new angles are better, how you structure your actual ad account and the problems that occur after this update, and then how to use Stardust to create an infinite amount of creatives automatically based on your data without even having to prompt them and managing these problems. So let's get straight into it. So Meta Andromeda, if you don't know what it is, I have other videos about it, and there are thousands and thousands of videos about Meta Andromeda, so I'm not going to cover it yet again. I'm going to do an arrow here to creative diversification, which is basically what you need to do more of. So back in the days, you used to be able to just get a video from, let's say, a UGC creator here. You got that video, and this video could turn into 3 different videos. So you would have different hooks with different voiceovers, or the 3 different videos would be the 3 different hooks. And then you could have a voiceover, 2 different voiceovers per video. Now we're up to 6. And then you can split test headlines, now we're up to 12. So now you can split test the copy, now we're up to 24. So like you can create basically an infinite amount of creatives based on the iteration. This does not work anymore, or Facebook hates this. This is basically what the Meta Andromeda is. So just to explain it, if you would have an ad here, this is an ad with a person, and you have some background, and then you have a headline saying, yeehaw. This would be one ad, works great. And then you do another ad, which is a completely different person. This person has a cowboy hat, yeehaw, and then it's a different background. And then the text says, howdy, completely different ad. This is the same ad. Facebook sees this as these are identical and they will punish you. They won't punish you, but they won't reward you. So this is the same ad. You can't create creative diversification with split test and with iterations. So these things, of course, still do them. We still spend around 10 to 20% of our budget on iterations. I'll come to that later on how we actually do that. But what you need to do is angles and concepts. And just to clear out the air here, there's difference between angles and concepts. And the difference are, the angles are the emotional parts, like why did someone buy this product? Or why do someone wants to solve this problem that the product is solving? The concept is the expression. How do you express this emotion? So you can have the same expression for different angles. So for an example, let's say you sell which I always do this example. This is a brush for cats that makes sure that all the hairs that's falling out doesn't get on your clothes, it gets on the brush. Very nice problem-solving product. So the emotion for this product would be getting rid of the hair. No hair on clothes. Like why do you not want hair on clothes? Because you work at an office, you want to impress your coworkers. Impress. And maybe you want a salary increase, whatever that's called, the word for it. And then maybe you have someone that's allergic and you want to be kind to that person, you want to hang out with the person. Like these are different emotions, and we can go down the what do you call it, the ladder when it comes to angles within angles. And then expressions would be before after. And that's, yeah, if you don't know what a before after ad is, then I don't know what to tell you. Let's do 3 here also. Let's do a challenge ad, and then let's do a sticky note ad. We can do a standard UGC TikTok made me buy it ad. We can have an unboxing ad, whatever. And then these emotions can all go to these concepts. So how would you sell, like, oh, you want a salary increase because you can now get that because you don't have hair in your clothes anymore, so you appear more professional before after. And the same thing with challenge, the same thing with a sticky note. On the sticky note it says these things. The same thing with TikTok made me buy it. I wanted a salary increase and I realized that this was the problem. And this is what you need to spend your time and money on. And these will be different creatives. And they will not only sell to different angles with different concepts, but you will also sell to different states of buyers. So people that's solution aware, people that know that they need or not like completely unaware, they don't even know that the hair on their clothes is the reason they're not getting a salary increase. You need to educate them, and then you need to do this for everything. And you see, this looks freaking headache. Maybe it's just the way I do arrows to everything, but this is actually how you solve this. So you would have an angle, a concept, a different angle, different concept, different angle, different concept. And these would be like, this would be one video. I need to stop doing arrows. This would be one ad. A guy with a freaking cowboy hat. Howdy. And the iterations now, we still do them, but we don't do that many of them. Like, we don't do iterations to get more creative to scale. If you can do that, but you can't do that anymore. How we do and why we do iterations is to get intentions so that we can build our ad DNA and find out how we can get better hit rate with our new creative, with our new concepts, and how we launch ads from here. So variations 1 would be, here you have, this is the timeline of one ad, this is the timeline of another ad. It's the hook, it's the body, it's the showing the product, and then it's the review, whatever, it's the call to action. Like, it's split into these different parts. And then let's say variation number 1 had this hook with a guy saying this stuff. And variation number 3 had the exact same hook, but with a girl saying the same stuff. If variation 3 works better, we won't now do this for all of our ads and say, okay, we got a new concept, like it should only be girls. It should only be girls, but you shouldn't take this hook and paste it into every other ad and think that you get more creatives now, because this would be like, this hook on this video is the same thing as this video. This hook on this video is the same thing as this video. This is the Meta Andromeda update. So why we do these iterations and variations is that the next time we launch a new angle, a new concept, a new ad, we know that having girls in the hook is better than guys. So from here on out, we do only girls. And now we can do this for everything. Hair color, tonality, positioning, messaging, and then the variations shouldn't be every time I test a different messaging. No, you know which messaging works best, so stick to that. And this is how we do intentional iterations and variations, and how we still keep like 80% plus of our ad spend going to different angles and concepts, and iterations only being, you want to recreate a winner, like do some slight adjustments, or you want to educate yourself and build your ad DNA to find out what you should do more of in the future. So the new way is volume of diversified content, and how you would structure this does not really matter. Like the days of the era of media buying, that's over. Like, media buying does not matter that much anymore. Of course, your 3.2 ROAS could turn into a 3.4 if you would just surf scale here. Bro, just do better content and spend more money on what's working, less money on what's not, or no money on what's not working, and you will make more money. But this is a simple structure on how you can allow Meta to do the most amount of work for you. That's to have one campaign, and in that campaign have one ad set, and in that ad set have like 20 to 50 ads. You would have ad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on and so forth. And these ads would be all of these different angles, concepts, variations, different states of audience. Like, you can barely see what I've written there. This is another arrow. And you would have these like angle X with concept Y, and angle B plus concept Y, and so on and so forth. Like, this would be your basic strategy. And yes, it's gonna be like top 3 maximum of these are gonna get all the ad spend. The other ones are not gonna get any ad spend. That's fine. This is just giving Meta the most amount of ads to work with, and we've seen that this, for a majority of ad accounts, works very well. Sometimes we switch this to the ad set level, so we have 1 ad per ad set, 20 to 50 different ad sets. Like, it does not matter that much. The important thing is to have CBO budgets when you scale, and let Meta work with as many creatives as possible, and you shouldn't really go over 50 because that's not super scalable. If you're spending less than 100K a month per page, then you can only have 250 ads either way. So you don't want to do too much because then you can't scale, do more campaigns. Either way, we have a new problem now. Yay! You have to come up with more ideas than ever before. You can't just hook away and then split test 100 different ads with each other. You have to validate them and you have to actually make them. These are three big issues. Takes a bunch of time, costs a bunch of money, takes a bunch of time and costs a lot of money. And here's where Stardust comes in. And for full transparency, Stardust is my software. We've been developing this for over 7 months. We knew that this problem would appear because the production is no longer an issue with AI. Everyone's doing AI generated whatever ads, and production would not be the problem anymore. It would be actually the ideas and validation and running ads that will work, not running 200 ads hoping one will work because it took you 5 minutes to make you 200 ads. But we didn't realize that it would be this big of an issue. So all of these ads you see here, these are for the hoodie, these are for Hills, these are for, I don't remember the name of it, Cure, these are for Boom Beauty. Like, these were made with AI, with Stardust, with no prompt. We didn't prompt, oh, the airdrop concept works great with these products, with this offer. You need to do a freaking ad with the airdrop and this offer. No, we did one prompt. And this was the prompt. This is Stardust, by the way. You can ask why your ads work. You can just create winning ad variants, but I want to find out why something's working. What does my top 3 ads have in common? That's it. I just ask it. And okay, if you want to shoot me, this is a prompt, I guess. But this, for me, is the same thing as me just asking my CMO, why are our ads working and what should we do more of? And instead of having a human making a bunch of mistakes, then we just have AI, which never makes mistakes, and have all the patterns you could possibly think of to see all the small details which you would never be able to spot. Do this for me. And then I would ask it, okay, new angles. It found out that, oh, having a cozy angle works. And I just say, make an ad. And then this is the result that I would get. This is how Stardust works. With this now, okay, it's already done. Like, what did my ads have in common and why did it work and which angles should I test? That's infinite amount of ideas and validation because this is based on your own data. And this is a store I closed down, so if you want to copy, whatever. Spent 35K, 2.17 ROAS, you see why it closed down. Not that great, but great margin, so still works. It actually analyzes the ads itself. This is in Swedish, and then it understands, even though it's in Swedish, you can do this for German, for freaking Filipino, it doesn't matter. It understands what's going on, the pains addressed, and why it converts, and why it could be better. You can do this for, you have a bunch of these for all of your different ads. And then it finds out what they have in common. The shared pain points, the shared desires, the unique mechanism, the offer, the new angles to test, problemware, comparison angle, lifestyle showcase, long day, 0 adjustments. Like, this is a pain point which the audience feels. And then you can also do, find me more audiences. You can do, because this thing, where are we? Each offer can be sold to multiple audiences, and each audience buy the product for different reasons, and all those different reasons can be expressed in different, I cannot write and talk at the same time, different ways, and then all those ways can be iterated. This is the ladder. So right now we're working on here to here and iterations just to get better at doing these. But then if we unlock another audience, we get all of these again, and we double our revenue, basically. And then I'm so bad at sticking to the subject. I'm starting a completely new video now. Let's stick to it. So this is on this audience. You can ask it to give me more audience that's proven to work. So what we've done here with this is, as this is based on your actual data, the ideas and validation part is finished. Now you just need to produce them, because all of these ideas are like, here's more work. Now you need to get to work and do more stuff, and you can't drive a Lambo today because you have to work more. And then you can just generate 3 creatives for test 1. You can just generate ads for all angles. Let's just do, you can do this. Let's just do it for test 2. There you go. And then now it will create these ads for you. So you just solved this problem as well, and now you don't have a problem. This is what Stardust is. You guys wanted me to make a video about Stardust. I am going to make an in-depth video about Stardust. But if you're seeing this video and it's like December, then most likely, or 100%, you cannot get Stardust. We launched just a few days ago, this week, and we're only letting in 150 people to make sure that the product is super top-notch, because we're 7 months in, and this is a software that we want to get very much nail. So if you can't have Stardust, if it's locked down, you're watching this in January, you're watching this maybe in 2 weeks, it's full. This is how you do it. And what you need to do now that you don't have Stardust is you need to get ideas, you need to validate them, and then you need to produce them. So here are the ads. Maybe I should just end the video here, not show you that. Let's do that. All right, guys, this has been the video about how you actually combat Meta Andromeda during Q4 2025. I'm sure this will work 2026 as well. And yeah, if you want more videos like this, I've started to recently love just being on the whiteboard on my computer and draw arrows here and there. I love that shit. So if you want more of those videos, please let me know. If you want more videos of me just sitting here and just ranting, let me know. If you want more thought out videos where I don't rant in a circle, then let me know as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.